we boys now. When we had that conversation, the top 5 is an achievement.
Trips yeah. I was thinking that probably we should stunt the house, take it open on condom and pour some moisturizer and just chuck it under the bed. And
now this is interesting. Okay guys, now I must make this confession. Whenever there is eviction tension, ideas always pop up. You guys, I think the only problem I have with Mpho making the suggestion about this prank is that she shared it too openly. I mean, how can we be talking about a prank in the house where you guys are just eight and 4 of you are just there? So for me, I was like, Mpho, you messed this thing up. You messed this idea up by even sharing it with these 4 humans. Mpho would have just went ahead to carry out this prank. I mean, I would have loved to see Terry react when she sees condom packs on her bed. I would have loved to see Thato react when she sees condom packs on her bed. Like, the reaction would have been very, very interesting. I ain't gonna lie. So you guys, there was literally an agenda, a plan, a conversation on if to prank the house. I mean, and guys, when I talk about prank now, I think this prank literally is just for the housemates up for possible eviction and the housemates who are going into the top final. So 3 people that were excluded from this conversation, of course, were Tools, Libo, and Themba. Unfortunately, I think the only person that was not among this conversation was Sister Mara. I don't know where she was, but I know if Sister Mara was in that table, I would have loved to see the idea she would bring. Maybe she'll be able to bring an idea that will make them execute. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be telling you all about the conversations that went on last night after the Veto Power game tussle. And I'm going to be telling you about everything that has been happening so far in the morning until midday. And guys, you know how I do it. I love to bring the sauce. I tell you the full story. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hopping into this channel. My name is Juliette, and this is another update of the Bbmzansi show. If you are a lover of reality show, guys, please click on the red subscribe button right now to be a part of this community, to join the conversation. And don't forget to turn on the post notification bell, because you don't want to miss another update from this channel. Guys, let's get into the conversation of what this guy is reading, all the things that happened last night. And guys, stretching this conversation a bit, I mean the prank conversation, I mean literally everybody had that conversation, and some of them left the table. Now the prank idea came from Mpho, and Mpho was like, how about like Biggie just replenished their condom packs, brought extra condom packs into the house. And I don't know why Biggie is always doing this. It has always been the rule in the game. It has always been one of the things that Biggie promotes in the game. Biggie just gets to always bring packs of condoms and just pack them, stack them, even if they are used or not used. I don't know who has been using the condom. I don't know if the condoms have ever been used in that house. But for some reason, in the former Big Brother shows we've always watched, we've noticed that some people say, hey, some condom packs get missing. Mysteriously, we'll find out that some people did some things in reunions. Anyways, I'm not going to drag any couple. I'm not going to say any couple used condom. But I'm going to be talking about the conversation that went on. Now, guys, clearly, Mpho was like, you know what? Biggie just stacked up our condom packs. How about we open up some of these condoms and throw them under the pillows, the beds, or beds of some of these housemates? I mean, that would literally make them look like, hey! Like it would have a disgusting feel. And I was like, Mpho, hey, this baby, she has a dirty wife for us to be thinking of this. But I think I love the fact that Mpho is always this person who's always coming up with pranks. You guys remember that the first week when QV decided to quit the game, Mpho was one of those people that actually pranked. She was the first person to prank the housemate by saying, you know what, I'm also going to quit because me too. I'm quitting because QV quit. I'm leaving the show. And afterwards, when this housemates were coming to give her a hug, I mean, she wouldn't ask for the hug, and then this housemates were coming to give her a hug, and then she was like, okay, it's a prank. I mean, Mpho has always been that person who's always thinking about the next game when the game is on. And you know, when she was giving that idea, but it was like, oh. And then, what's her name now? Thato was like, you know what? Tools is going to say I'm the one. Tools is going to blame me. Tools is going to, like... And then, guys, afterwards, these guys left, they left the table. And, you know, this conversation stretched. It stretched between Mpho and what's his name again? The conversation straight between Mpho and GASH1. And when that conversation was stretching between them, I was like, okay, somebody in this channel actually stated that the Saturday night party drama, that there is a wrong narrative on the internet, that the narrative is that it wasn't actually Terry that GASH1 was staring at, that GASH1 was actually staring at Mpho. Hey, so me, I'm putting this on your table. Do you guys see an attraction between GASH1 and Mpho? For me, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm just blank when it comes to these two people. But they continued the nasty conversation. GASH1 was talking about, you know what, condoms don't even expire. You know, they're like, okay, why did Biggie take away the old ones and restacked it to new ones? And Mpho was like, you know, it looks like the condoms are getting expired. And GASH1 was like, no, condoms don't expire until like 8 years. And I'm like, yes, we know you know. And then he was like, I mean, guys, one of the things that made me look at this thing, this whole GASH1, see, okay, you know, for some reason, I literally didn't give you guys the whole gist. And you know, in my channel, one of the things I like to do is to take it from the last conversation. So, sorry that I didn't do that earlier in this video. I'm going to be going back, and then we're going to come to the present, so that you guys will be in tune with what the flow in the house is currently flowing on. So guys, apparently last night after Temba announced the veto power, you know, those two lovebirds, GASH1 and Thato, were in the garden, they were doing the love play, blah blah blah. Afterwards, I mean, we saw Sister Mara and everybody just trying to keep themselves happy. Everybody was just like trying to be in a very positive mood. And then afterwards, it was nighttime. Guys, we actually found GASH1 and Thato have this deep conversation. And, you know, Thato was like, I'm going to trust you. And GASH1 was like, you know, Thato kind of asked a question. The way Thato asked this question to GASH1, like, you don't want me to trust you, like, I felt like, is Thato suspecting something? Is that why she's asking GASH1 this question? Like, guys, listen to the question yourself. So it will not be like I'm bringing up this gist.
I love you, trust me.
Are you saying I shouldn't trust you?
The choice is yours.
Are you trustworthy now?
I believe I am.
I'm choosing to trust you.
So guys, clearly from that conversation, I mean, maybe Thato is having ideas. Maybe Thato is like, okay, you know what? You're acting like you don't want me to trust you. But anyways, there was this go back and forth conversation about trust and no trust. And eventually, Thato was like, you know what? I'm just going to trust you. And I think I like that too. I think she's a very smart babe. Yes, even though I've said GASH1 might be a player, I think I like the way she's playing that game. And you know, for you to say you trust somebody is like you're placing more responsibility on that person. So if GASH1 is going to play around, I mean, that thing Thato has told him, warned him when he's even trying to play a game. I think I really like Thato. She's a very smart one, I'm not going to lie. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think when Thato now said, you know what, I trust you, I choose to trust you, that was her exact words. I mean, there was this long kissing episode that happened between the two of them, you guys, and in fact that kiss was the longest kiss ever that I've seen between these two people. And then guys, this morning, during the shower after they had gone for their gym, I mean, Thato took the gym this morning, and you know, something about Thato, I really love her exercise flow. She's really doing well. She does like very interesting, like whatever she does is interesting. I mean, when I saw Sister Mara moving, like I was like, yeah, she has rhythm when she's doing exercise. Anyways, guys, we also saw these two guys, the biggest guys in the house, Tools and Livo. You know, they were celebrating in the bathroom. They were like, you know what? My Tools was like, I need to celebrate this. Livo was like, you know what? This guy, I'm happy we pulled him to our side. You know what? And I'm like, they have to celebrate, because I don't know whether you know it or not, but I'm going to say this again. Tools played a big one on Biggie. You guys, because for example, when we look at this veto power game that really went hard on those housemates, I'm not going to lie, we saw Themba, you know, saving Libo, right? Because Libo has just been that friend to Themba. Even after the game, we saw how Libo took care of Themba. I mean, of course, that would just ignite something in him. But you guys, Tools, I didn't really see Themba saving Tools. I mean, but it shocked me. It shocked the living daylights out of me. I'm not gonna lie. And basically, that's why I feel like what's her name? Thato has been all crazy that Tools made it to top 5. Like, how now, Tools? Whether you guys like it or not, this is one of the things I'm going to tell you in this game. One of the things I've noticed in this game is that some of these housemates came into the game overly prepared. And the two biggest housemates, guys, the two biggest housemates, I'm going to tell you, who came into Biggie's house completely prepared to bring in their strategy because they know that their personality will not sell them in the game, is number one, I'm not gonna lie, it's Tulani. He came in with the game, as in he came into the game knowing that his personality would not sell him, so he needed to bring a game on. I mean, if we look at these four personalities, we're going to see a big difference between the four of them, right? When we look at, for example, when we look at GASH1 and Tools, we will notice that these two people, they don't have a personality that's going to sell them in a Big Brother show. I'm not gonna lie. So they had to bring a fresh, good, creative, mind-blowing, boggling strategy so that they can be in the game. Now when we look at people like Themba and Mpho, see, without lying, without telling you guys any like plain or, and Sister Mara, of course, I mean, without lying to you guys, we all know people like people like Sister Mara, Themba and Mpho have a very loud personality. Strategy or no strategy, you guys will notice these three people in the house. I mean, for me, I'm gonna say these five people have they have the loudest personalities in the house. These three people have the loudest personalities in the house. But these two people, because of their strategy, we've gotten to notice them. Yes, Terry also has a loud personality, but I don't know, but for some reason, we didn't really see Terry in this game. I don't know, but for some reason, I think Terry in this game literally is trying too hard, because I think her game messed up, second week, third week. I think her game kind of messed up because of the vinyl love thing. So it kind of messed up her game, that when Terry came back into the game, after Vino had been evicted, she needed to put an extra stunt, and which kind of made us lose out from her personality. I don't know if you guys are getting what I'm saying, but guys, I don't know, but I just feel like if we know this, we're going to know peace. One person we should respect in that house is Tools. Tools taught Big Brother the game. Whether you agree with me or not, this is the truth. Tools was the one that brought the conspiracy game. Tools was the one that started men's conference. Tools was the one that was having family meeting when he was the first HOH in the house. So for this guy just found a way to just do click thing and then entered top 5. Hey! Anybody who is aspiring to get into the Big Brother show and you did not watch Bbmzansi show, I'm sorry for you. Because in this Big Bbmzansi season 3, we have come to realize that you can manipulate your way into Biggie's house, into top 5, if you're very strategic. Like Tools actually taught us that. He's the grandfather of strategy when we talk about the Big Bbmzansi show. Now, guys, the second housemate, who I would say is the most strategic housemate in Biggie's house, no caps, is GASH1. Now, GASH1 is one person that knows that with my personality, I am going to lose out. I'm going to leave the house maybe second week or third week. And the first week he was put up for nomination was what reset his brain. He had to think of, okay, what am I going to do? Let me bring up the multi-personality game plan and just be different people at different times, and then see who figures me out, see how I mess with these guys, see how I get on the spotlight, see how the fans get to notice me more than the other housemates. Now, that was what made GASH1 the most strategic housemate, and basically like one of the people that gave us more and massive content in the house. Now, after GASH1, I'm going to say the other 3 housemates that, even though they were not being too strategic, but their personality sold them out more than their strategy. I'm not going to lie, Themba has a very sleek strategy. With his solo game, he was still, like, we could see him, we could spot him out. We could say, you know what, Themba is a ghost. Themba, Ghost Nation, does that. I mean, he has a very, very loud personality. Strategy or no strategy, Themba has that personality that everybody would love to be a part of or share something with. Mpho also, even though she's been strategic with like the prank thing, like her spiritual thing, bringing that to the limelight, made us actually notice her. So I feel like there were more of the personality people that got to the limelight because of their personality. Sister Mara, from day one, we noticed Sister Mara because of his no gender conforming experience and that all that kind of thing. But I mean, aside those 3 housemates that I talked about, their personality selling them, and those 2 housemates that I talked about, their strategy selling them, which other housemate do you think was very, very strategic or really had a very loud personality that sold them out in the game? I don't think I saw any other person. I know those other people, like, we got to talk about them a lot. We got to talk about people like Terry a lot, but I'm not gonna lie, Terry's game, we didn't see Terry. We didn't get to know who Terry is in this Big Brother show. Terry has a loud personality, but for some reason we didn't get to see the parts we would have loved to see as probably a fan or somebody who wants to see her stay in the house for a longer time. I think for some reason, I think it was a love situationship that got Terry a bit confused, that got Terry like, you know, in the middle of something that she couldn't shine her light very well. I don't know if I'm just blabbing, but you guys, let me know your thoughts. If you noticed or you've been able to experience somebody and you say, oh, you know what, I think this person was very, very strategic in the house, and you've discovered a housemate strategy in the house, guys, share that in the comment section. And just don't, like, if you want to share this person, talk about the person's strategy. Like, for example, I said the conspiracy thing, it was clearly Tulsi's strategy. Conspiracy was Tulsi's strategy into playing the game. He started with the men's conference, he moved forward, and Biggie inculcated that into his game. Looking at GASH1, it was a multi-personality game. If you noticed any other person, let me know in the comment section. Guys, literally, these housemates are working on their task. They've been given a new task, something about cards. Hey, we're looking forward to another thing. We're looking forward to see if there's going to be a prank really come out. But you guys, this is literally everything that is going on in Biggie's house. Which two housemates do you think will be saved by their fans to join the top 2? So out of those 5 housemates, guys, who do you think is going to succeed? When we look at Terry, when we look at Sister Mara, when we look at Thato, when we look at GASH1, and when we look at Mpho, who do you think might make it to top 5? You guys, let me know in the comment section. And guys, I'll be back here to tell you more on what's happening in the Bbmzansi mansion. For now, thank you so much for your watch time. Till I see you next time, it's Tata.